Mr. President of the General Assembly, for your very kind words. As I understand, you are the boss of many here in the room who by their presence honor us. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, Mimbrëmat gjithë bashkëdhetarëve, joining the Security Council is an event of historic importance for Albania. It marks yet another critical stepstone in our transformational drive to fulfill our aspirations as a nation and contribute to making the world a better place for us and for all. Let me start by going off script and say it bluntly against the ambassador and everyone else's advice. If for anything else but for such gathering like this one, where so many friends and distinguished guests are present to share this moment with us, I guess the Security Council's seat is worth. Thank you for being here. Only a wild imagination would have had the bravery to dream all this just 3 decades ago. And I even doubt that no wild imagination could have had the bravery to dream all this. At that time, Albania was a bunker in darkness. For almost half a century, it crawled under one of the most oppressive communist regimes in Europe, which made our country be, I need to say it, the North Korea of Europe. The dictatorship came crumbling because of the people's appeal to what human nature has as its inherent exigence: freedom, equality, democracy, and the rule of law. Many times the wheels of history move in odd directions. For us, Albanians, the awakening came rather late, but we kept our sight on the appealing light and have since moved in one single direction: that of freedom, democracy, human rights, dignity, development, and reform. Seeking our deserved place in the region and Europe has remained our compass ever since, even in the most difficult moments in our long and difficult road towards a democratic society, to the family we seek to join, the European family where we belong. The world has changed and transformed during the last 66 years, since the day we entered the United Nations. Many countries and societies have seen their life change profoundly, but I can say without doubt that Albania's transformation is one of the most remarkable and the most impactful. To the point that I tend to agree with friends who tell us that in course of the last 3 decades, Albania has transformed more than during the last 3 centuries. This is our record, one we are proud of, one we only seek to further improve. Nowadays, we notice that the values we used to take for granted as aspirations to attain have been put into doubt. But for us who have survived through dark times, these are doubts we do not harbor, because we know what the alternative to such values is. We have placed international law and human rights at the heart of our agenda for our mandate in the Security Council. We see them as priorities in the world's most powerful body. I don't know how many in this room or outside would agree or disagree with me that wherever human rights are observed, wherever women are respected and empowered, wherever the needs of the citizens are placed first, there is sustainable development and genuine progress. For us, human rights are at the heart of the critical issues of peace and security. The recognition of the universality of rights asks for a clever balance between conflicting principles: sovereignty of nations, which we must respect, and human rights defense, which we must abide by. The Security Council is made to speak out and intervene in the service of these values when gross violations happen. For us, the challenge is how the Council can intervene in an intelligent, reflective, and timely manner to prevent atrocities, stop conflicts, and ensure lasting peace and security. No one doubts the strength of the Security Council. Our challenge is to make just what is strong and make strong what is just. For an organ as powerful as the Council, not being just is not an option. So we must unite with justice, because there will not be peace without it. Security cannot be established, and let alone last, without justice to be raised. Thus, in our view, the Security Council should seek to achieve peace and security, but also establish justice and accountability. It is through accountability that we can go towards reconciliation, which cements lasting peace. It is in this that lies the task for a small nation like Albania. We do not bring material strength to the Security Council, at least not for now. But strength is not what the Security Council lacks, nor is it sheer strength that is required for the Council to address the most pressing challenges to world peace and security today. We have committed to bring our voice, our values and norms in the shared work of the Security Council as a contribution to peace. We wish to share with others our lived experience, our lessons learned. Our direct way to contribute to alleviate suffering to those in need has been to give what we have, what we could, when we had to do it. Open our homes and hearts to those needing rescue and shelter, whether it is the Jews during the Holocaust, when Albania became the only country to have more Jews after the war than before, or for 500,000 of Kosovars fleeing the ethnic cleansing from the brutal regime of Slobodan Milosevic, or thousands of MEKs shelter secure in Albania, and most recently, thousands of Afghans escaping the Taliban's reprisal. We claim no credit for all of this. It goes for the dignity of every human being, irrespective of their creed, religion, ethnicity, gender, or whatever orientation. This is not a slogan, it is a lived practice. We do not act according to this code of honor because we can, but simply because we must. It comes with our sense of who we are as Albanians and who we want our children to be. Dear friends, in our long journey until we found our way, we have seen everything: war, occupation, dictatorship, self-imposed isolation, extreme poverty. The only thing we have not experienced, and there is a fundamental reason for this, is religious-based conflict. This is because we have learned in the hard way to place what is common first and what is individual next. We have come to believe in the frank dialogue, or better said, the fusion of horizons. Dialogue for us is a method to achieve mutual understanding, mutual respect and recognition, without which peace will remain a mirage, an elusive aspiration. We'll be able to fight the root causes of violent conflict by recognizing the other in ourselves and ourselves in others. Ultimately, we are all a community of faith. Our future on this only and unique place called Earth is ultimately tied to our ability to understand and learn to live with our differences, with shared aspirations, in peace and dignity. That is the task we take upon ourselves, to keep the bright horizon at the heart of the work in the Security Council, Thank you for all being with us tonight. And by the way, at this very special date, and thank you for showing a bit of the love of the day to Albania. Thank you.